Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we'll be having an update on a severe weather outbreak that will be expected across most of Illinois, portions of Iowa, Indiana, and Missouri. And this severe weather outbreak might extend all the way back into Texas here. And we're going to go and get started with the SPC outlook here. The moderate risk is still there. Some people were asking if there was going to be a high risk for severe storms. Doesn't look like it now. It was looking like it yesterday, but the models looking at it today doesn't seem like it now, which is good news. The models are not as bad like they were yesterday, which there's some good news for you. But the threat is still there for some strong tornadoes. As you can see, there's some of the noticeable major changes that significant tornado risk has been expanded a little bit northwest into Iowa and also pushing southeast into portions of Indiana. The damage winds is still there, but it's for a very large area, anywhere from around Lufkin, Texas, or Waco, all the way up to the northeast into the Michigan and Indiana Ohio state line. I mean, it's a very large area. Large hail will be there. Some of them could be larger than 2 inches diameter across Iowa and Illinois. That's where we could have some big time supercells up there. And the severe weather threat does push it to day 2, but it's just only a marginal risk. That goes anywhere from eastern Kentucky, very far western Virginia, for West Virginia, Ohio, New York State, and Pennsylvania there. But all threats are there for the severe weather as well. But let's focus on day 1, which is today. And let's take a look into my forecast here. Now, I do not have Texas included here. I'm not really paying attention to it. So, just to let you guys know with that. But the same parameters from SPC tornadoes 15% SIG, damage and winds 15%, large hail 30%. Now, the only change I have with this is the enhanced risk area is pushed more to the southeast here. This includes more on Indiana, even stretching into Kentucky and Kentucky-Tennessee state line there. This is where we have a better chance for some. There's the model's been indicating some strong tornado potential across some of those areas in there, even showing some supercells that could go by. And if you're in this enhanced risk area in here, you have a chance for probably for a strong tornado and also for a chance for some damage winds and large hail still. Um, but so we're going to take a look into those models here. And keep in mind all the ingredients are in place, so there's not really a checklist needed for this event. But let's take a look into the HER model, the 12Z run. So this is your future radar here, and about 4 hours out from now, you got some scattered thunderstorms across Indiana and Ohio. Some of those might be strong, but as you get into Illinois, I mean, you got storms blowing up in Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, back into Texas. Yeah, as you can see, there's also some hail cores. That's what those white colors are. And here you go. There goes your supercells developing right there at the peak time heating. And there's even some new storms that actually might pop up right behind that. Now, kind of going back into this line of storms here, it looks like it's dying down in Arkansas, but as you can see here, you actually got some cells developing here. Some of these storms here might become supercellular. They could be capable of all hazards. And as you can see here, this is kind of getting into the overnight hours, getting close to midnight. Uh, as you can see here, still got some supercellular storms. Your cold front started to approach. You got new storms started to develop across southwestern Kentucky, and you got a lot of storms here that can still produce all hazards, large hail, damage winds, maybe even for a tornado. And as you can see here, it still continues across. This is the I-65 right here, just rough. line right there. So these storms are approaching the I-65 corridor. Losing my words here, but also you can see here there's some Boeing segments here, so there could be some strong damage and wind gusts there. And then it kind of pushes out its way and starts to die down. Now, let's take a look into the supersonic composite values. So this is the combination between bulk shear and cape. You see here, we still have some very high values, but it's not as bad as yesterday. It was showing a little bit more widespread across Illinois. And you can also see here, it's starting to spread a little bit further to the south. It's even showing a 40 down around Arkansas. Doesn't look that favorable for tornadoes. About to look into that effective layer there. But as you can see here, that superset composite is still elevated, kind of around the Evansville area in Owensboro, a little bit closer to Louisville, probably just west of Louisville in southern Indiana, southwestern Kentucky, even to west central Tennessee. But it dies out very quickly just due to the environment. You're heading to the early morning hours, so the environment's not going to be that great for supercells at that point. That's where your storms start to die down. Let's take a look into the significant tornado parameters here. So this gets to show you the best chance for some of the tornadoes, well, the chance for the tornadoes, and some of the significant ones as well. And all you really needs a little over a 1 for a tornado threat. And as you can see here, we got some very high values here. We got 6.8 up into eastern Iowa. And I think the system, the low pressure system, well, let me say this first. The models have been trending this system or these storms to go slower. That does not necessarily mean there's going to be the chance of severe weather will be lower. The severe weather chances will be there, kind of the same, but it'll just be moving a little bit slower. Like models were showing before, it was moving a little faster, so which is good news here for the storms to move slower because that means if a tornado is coming right toward your house, you'll have more time to get on the ground and get prepared. That's some good news there, and yeah, that's pretty significant tornado forecast sounding. My apologies, I'm losing my words here. I don't know why. But you still have some of these significant tornado parameters across some of these areas here. And that's why I have an enhanced risk for some of these areas in here because the tornado threat is really still there. But the SPC Outlook does update the time of making this video about 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or for Central Time, that'll be 11:30. So yeah, and then it kind of significantly diminishes there to the early morning hours. But as you can see here, there's still a tornado threat there. But there's other ingredients that could go into place like energy helicity, and we're going to take a look into the updraft helicity. This is kind of important here. We should probably go 3-hour max here. This could get to show you if you got very high numbers here, like if you're seeing like yellows, there might be a chance for a tornado. But this is also indicates some long uh, chance of supercell storms here. The grays, they're okay. They're okay. It's not that bad, but when you get to the yellows and reds, it's not good. Now, I guess to show you there might be some long track tornadoes out there. And as we kind of move on here, as you can see here, it's not as bad. It really isn't. But as you can still see here, there could be some long track supercells here, and even goes far south as Arkansas. There's a one sliver there. There's also a sliver there. So there might be some strong tornadoes within these little streaks here, especially in these higher colors. And as you can see here, there's still even a chance for tornadoes out here as well, which is not good. But for anybody in Kentucky, in central Kentucky, I think we'll do okay. That includes like around Lexington because I know I have a few viewers on this channel that do live in central Kentucky. It is just along I-65 in west that you have to keep an eye on for the better chance for tornadoes. But here in central Kentucky, all threats are still there, but the tornado threat is a little lower, which is good news there. We do not want any tornadoes, but I'm thinking about staying up tonight to watch the storms. But since they're moving slower, I think the chances of that are going down. Because if the storms were moving faster, like if they were arriving like 12 o'clock, like at midnight or 1 o'clock, I would stay up. But since they're arriving like 7Z, which is about like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm probably not going to be able to. So that's very unfortunate, but we'll see what happens here. Let's hopefully that I don't get like a tornado coming this way and I'm just sitting here asleep and no one knows about it. That'd be the worst case scenario. But well, it is already a worst case scenario. This is a nighttime severe weather event here. It's also not good news for Illinois as well because it's also nighttime there as well. But anyways, guys, this is all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this severe weather update. I do plan on to do a live stream later today to track these some of these strong tornadoes that be happening across northern Illinois. And it seems like this is going to be a little bit major severe weather outbreak here. This will probably be a little bit memorable, just a little bit. It depends on how many tornadoes we'll probably get. Not looking as much as a tornado outbreak at this point, as you've seen from these values here. If we go to like the run max here, so this is for the entire run. Follow these streaks here. This gets to show you where there might be tornadoes. And as you can see here, there's even a chance for some tornadoes across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, maybe up into Wisconsin, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, maybe into Oklahoma. I mean, this is a very large area here. But when you get to these yellows here, that's probably a better chance for a tornado there. But you can see they're up into Illinois. Not as much. So, Illinois, I think it might get a little lucky with this. And the rapid refresh model does not have this, unfortunately. But it seems like that the herd model does have it. I mean, the NAN3 can. Here you go. You got some of those streaks here. Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, of course, and Pennsylvania. So it again, very large area. So this today looks to be a pretty big day for severe weather, but just keep an eye on watches and warnings. Those are going to be very important today. Just watch the weather. Keep an eye. Just pay attention to your local news weather people. And that's pretty much it of all I have to say. Again, I'll probably more than likely live streaming, but if I get busy today, like really busy or something, I might not be able to do it. But if you guys did enjoy this severe weather update, you can like the video. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. If y'all guys got questions about the severe weather outbreak that may be coming up, you can put it in the comment section down below. I will answer your guys' questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.